Hey guys, Kat says, "Where's my yogi? Where's my yogi? Where's my yogi?" Do you not recognize me in that profile picture or in the thumbnail? I think is what you guys call it, right? Bring up my desktop. How are you doing, Kat? Thank you for sharing my post or sharing my channel. Thank you so much. Even my cat just said thank you. Selma says hi. Hey, Selma. Kat says that was saying out loud. You're so welcome. Hey, how is your ukulele playing going? Kat says, well, Selma says, hi, Kat and Jack. Kat says, Selma. Selma says, love you. We love you too, Selma. So I'm pretty sure I've done box breathing with you guys, but it's been a little while. It's a great evening breath. So we're thinking about doing some box breathing. Give me a second. My cat's being very persistent in her attention seeking. Yep. I lucked out with these cats. I think I mentioned no ukulele playing going on here lately. Yeah, I got a ukulele sitting up there. Every once in a while, I take it down and pluck it. I can't play it at all, not even a little bit. Maybe one day. Um, yeah, I'd really lucked out with my cats. Two of them. If anyone watches the yoga asana that I did this afternoon, it's actually not on my members channel. It's on a regular. I thought I was doing a members only, and I realized when I started that it was out there for everyone to see. And as I mentioned to Goga, unfortunately, I was wearing my members only shorts, so I was a little embarrassed. Um, Not members only, as in the brand name, if you guys remember that. um, so it was too late to do anything about it, but continue on. But um, every once in a while, I show you guys my upstairs cat. Downstairs cat looks just like the upstairs cat, only smaller. Let's see. Cat says a little secret. There's a lot of kid videos to learn ukulele. Sometimes even that's a little difficult. Yeah, I think you got to be somewhat gifted, somewhat musically gifted. I don't know if there a complete um not even beginner. I don't even know the word I'm looking for. Someone says 8:30. We are about to leave. I will miss you guys. We'll miss you too, Selma. Hey, Austin. Beginning ukuleles for dummies. That's what I looked up. I will. I'll have to look. First off, I'll have to learn how to tune it. This actually is live streaming now. Thank you, Austin. We'll visit in a little bit. All right. Songho says, nice thumbnail. That's me, 1990 something, weighing about 200, maybe 220, maybe 215, somewhere around there. I was powerlifting. So Austin drops the link for Ashley. I'm popping in real quick. I just want to say hi. We got our friend Austin over there. We got Dragon Fruit Man over there. They're doing a Bible study. Nice. Kat says, I have great news. The sun came out. Awesome. For a little while. I almost think I did it just for me. It made me feel so good. I have no doubt that it came out just for you. I see no reason why it wouldn't come out just for you. Yeah, I got out for my first walk. I did about 2.5 miles. Very walking very carefully. I had my spikes on that you can put on for running. And it was worth it because I got out there. I got another couple videos of a hawk sitting on an ice covered tree limb. Should be pretty cool. I went back out before I did my second live stream and did another about 2 miles. So I got 4.5 miles in. I got in some burpees. I got in some pull ups. Got in my double yoga sessions. So sometimes I think I should do the breath work right at the beginning of the live streams because we never know how it might turn out. You know, might get wrapped up. I might get talking, as you guys have seen. I get ready to demonstrate breath work, and I start talking about breath work, and it takes me a while to get to the actual breath work. Hey, Joshua, my friend, how are you? You see this is how fast Joshua is. Lightning bolts arrive before he does. And we get this is the amazing energetic Joshua. Hello, everyone here. I have a question for the amazing energetic Joshua. Hey, Riley. Riley says, hi, it's the Dragon Fruit Man. Nice to see you, Riley. Kat says, let's do it. Get her done. All right, we can do that. What I always worry about, though, is that people, they'll show up and they'll say, let's do some breath work. And then I'll have to say, sorry, guys. Got to be here bright and early, man. So we'll do it. I'm going to ask Joshua a question, though. Did you see the video where he talked about how he had his water? He was hydrating and eating in one shot just from a bottle of water. And he drank the whole water. I don't want to give it away. Go check it out. But I have a question for him. But I'll wait because I don't want to put in any spoilers. You guys should check it out. Hey, Carl. Carl, how are you? Carl says, good evening, everyone. So I've been wanting to do this for a while. Box breathing, also called even breath. And you are literally breathing in a box. Nope, you're not putting a box over your head and breathing. That would be something that our friend, the amazing energetic Joshua, might do on one of his live streams. Kat says, Carl, we are getting ready to do some box breathing. You breathe. It has I found the green screen, says Carl. Awesome. What does the green screen do, Carl? Yes. That is the question. Kat says, is a question for Josh. How did the bottle come out? That is the question. I just don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it. Joshua says, guys, I've injured my right foot and ankle. 1 moment. Let's see. Riley says, Selma actually wants you to come over to the panel. She said, please. She's actually getting ready to, she might not even be here. She's getting ready to go to watch a game, Notre Dame. Basketball, I guess, right? Carl says, "That a good live stream?" Carl, I'm sorry I missed it. I did want to make it because I remember you mentioning it. Um, I didn't get any notifications. I apologize, my friend. I'm glad you had a good one. So, box breathing, perfect evening breath, but you can do it anytime. It's one of the most perfect breaths to turn into a meditation. Let's see. Ashley says, I'm still here. Well, thank you, Ashley. I got you up and running. So I can sort of head over there and watch, see how things are going, and then head back. Yeah, I don't know if Selma is still here because she said she had to get ready. They're going to a game. Austin says hi, Yogi. Hey, Austin. So I love things that I love breathing patterns that you can turn into a meditation in and of themselves. Box breathing is one of them. It has a internal breath hold, meaning you breathe in, you hold your breath, and an external breath hold, meaning you breathe out and hold your breath in one breath. So it makes it doubly powerful. You breathe in for 4, you hold for 4. Here's the box. You breathe in for 4, you hold for 4, exhale for 4, you hold for 4. That is one pattern. We do that 10 times. My ankle's going to prevent me from working out, dancing for my live streams. How'd you hurt your ankle, Joshua? I'm sorry to hear that. Now, on the breath hold, you don't have to hold your nose. If you do, you can do it in the pranayama mudra. But there's something called the mammalian dive response. Don't ask me to explain it, but it's been researched heavily. And it is that when we hold our nose, when we're holding the breath, it triggers a relaxation response. It deepens the powerful effect of the breath itself. Kat says, chair dancing Joshua. I do it in the car all the time. Hey, that's a good idea. And that would be a whole nother aspect for you to explore. Can the amazing, energetic Joshua chair dance? My guess is yes, because he's the amazing, energetic Joshua. Really good suggestion from Cat and Jack. Well, Michael says, hey, Yogi, sorry I'm late. I'm getting your crystals ready to put in the mail tomorrow. Awesome. Thank you so much, Michael. I'm getting a gift of crystals for Michael. You might know Michael as the creator of wooden spoons, as well as letter openers, wands, and walking sticks. Kat says, I'm going to have to sit down for this one. Definitely sit down for this one. So whether or not you, Michael says you're welcome, whether or not you hold your nose or not, you don't have to, but it will deepen the effect. So I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to get in my breathing position. I'm going to breathe in for a count of 4. I'm going to engage the Ujjayi breathing. Do you guys remember the Ujjayi breathing? It's the ha sound. What I need to do is make a standalone video of, and I believe I have already, of just that breath, because it is the single most healing breath that I do. Just that, making that ha sound. Give a quick demo here, guys. Like I'm fogging up my glasses. Can you hear that sound? Now I'm going to breathe in and make that same sound on the exhalation with my mouth closed. Now I'm going to do the same thing, breathing in, making that sound. It's as if you are demonstrating a very, very, very light snorer, someone who snores. Um, it's an amazingly healing breath, and it has helped me tremendously through my own journey through anxiety, panic attacks, as well as some breathing issues that developed. I don't know if it developed because of the anxiety or if it triggered the anxiety to begin with. I don't know. Joshua says, I was mopping at the store. I was just walking slowly and stepped, ooh, and my leg stood underneath the bottom of a counter. Not only twisted my foot and ankle, but also knocked over a stand on my foot. Wow. So sorry. Um, like a big but gentle sigh. Very, very gentle. As you go in as well, a slight constriction of the throat, but you're not constricting the throat. It's the sound that you make that causes the throat to constrict. The constriction of the throat is what tones the vagal nerve, which helps improve our ability to go from fight or flight to rest and digest, to bring us from the sympathetic nervous state to the parasympathetic. Takes us from reactivity mode to responsibility mode. Joshua says, yeah, thanks. Yeah, it sounds painful, all of it. Hey, as Kat and Jack said though, um, you can do some chair dancing. That gives you like a new opportunity to showcase your challenge, your talents. Joshua says, no worries, I will still do my live streams as scheduled. Just no dancing and limited running. Gotcha. Hope you heal quick. Before we do, I know you guys are waiting, and I know I do this to you every time. Benefits. Box breathing. I like having them written down. It can help you cope with panic and stress when feeling overwhelmed. Helps you sleep when you're having insomnia. Even if you're not having insomnia, it helps prepare you for sleep, as well as helps you sleep longer. Helps control hyperventilation, so you can instruct your lungs to breathe rhythmically. Helps you refocus when you're having a busy or stressful day. Eases panic and worry, as well as improves lung function, immunity, concentration. It's a great, great breath. And because we're going to do it with the nose hold, it becomes a very mindful activity. We breathe in, we hold, we breathe out, we hold. So we're involving. Keep your focus with your eyes closed, right between the eyebrows. Now, I promise you, we're going to get started. Box breathing, absolutely. You've probably done this before, haven't you, Joshua? So, Cat and Jack, yes, chair dancing. Remember, we want to practice engaging that ujjayi breath. Probably can't hear me. I can hear it though. Are you ready? We are going to close your eyes. I'll wear my glasses for these. Close your eyes. Relax. Breathe naturally, easily. Not trying to control the breath yet. Just notice the breath go in. Notice the breath go out. If you feel tension anywhere in your body, purposely breathe light and easy into that area. Light and easy into your jaw, into your temples, your shoulders. Everything is relaxing. Everything is becoming very still, very quiet. And now, remember to engage that ujjayi, that little ha sound. Eyes gently, gently, gently focused on that third eye. We're going to breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to hold, clasp the nose very gently for a count of 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold again, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. 3, 2, 1. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold very gently. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Last breath. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. 3, 2, 1. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let your breath flow normally, naturally. Keep your eyes closed. Enjoy the space you created simply by using your breath. We're going to add something. As you're relaxed and at ease, this is when we're going to enter an intent. In Sanskrit, it's called a sankalpa, a very powerful seed. What is it right now that you desire most? What healing? What would you like to manifest in your life? Simply plant that seed into your subconscious mind in the space, the quietness that we've created, and allow it to come to fruition completely on its own. Plant the seed and allow your subconscious mind to co-manifest, to cooperate with the universe itself. Surrender it, let it go, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Namaste, my friends. Hey, Dan. Trending is here. Trending's in the background. Buddha's in the background. Thank you so much. Dan says, Sup, Yogi. Joshua says, Namaste. Namaste, my friend. How you feeling, Dan? So that was box breathing. One of my favorite breaths. Joshua says, yes. So, sankalpa literally means intention. Poor man says, angry and sick of working. I'm sorry to hear that. Joshua says I would do some jumping jacks now. See if my ankle holds. Very, very gentle jumping jacks if you do them. What's up with being angry, Dan? Let's see. Cat says very calming. I need more work on getting the ha right though. We can work on that. I would do a video on that. The problem is I don't think everyone can hear me over the phone. Joshua says gentle. Hey Cat, do you have Messenger? Dan says long hours, stress, just my natural state, Yogi. Yeah, I've been there. Madface says, Dan, I'm also angry. That's hard to imagine that our friend Madface could ever be angry. It seems so unlike someone called Madface, doesn't it? It appears that our friend Ashley had a troll on her channel. Cat says no. Well, if you ever want to talk sometime, let me know, and we can do a phone session, and you'll be able to hear me do that actual sound a little easier. Madface says, Yogi, do I look mad to you? You looked a little perturbed. A little perturbed. One says, I got to see a special Yogi live today. You did. You were one of the few. Madface says, Michael, hello. Poor man says, that's his happy face, Yogi. Ah. Michael says, hey, Josh, or shall I say, AKA Madface? So, Joshua, Kat and I have a question for you. I don't know if you're willing to reveal the answer. Michael says, sorry, typo correcting began coughing when I sent you the other one. What's that? What happened to the bottle? Where did the bottle? How did you get the bottle out? From your short that you did. Do I look orange to you? Just a little bit. Matt Fish says Orange Man, yes. Yeah, Runner Boy, I was mentioning that earlier. That was an accidental yoga live stream. It was meant to be for my members channel. Hey Maui87 says long time no see. It has been a bit. How you been? And what's new? Yes, the bottle you ate. Cat says, how did it come out? How did it come out and where did it come out? Maui says, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I got back to basketball. Hey, we were talking about basketball in my earlier live stream. Let's see. Runner Boy says, oh, we'll do a restream all night tonight. Awesome. Where's your watch hours at, Runner Boy? Joshua says, Yogi, I was practicing becoming a goat, like Laradox calls you. Literally practicing to be a goat. Hey, are you just playing pickup games, or are you playing in a league? You playing for school? 2430 still. All right, yeah, Runner Boy. I would do a restream every single night until I hit it. You're so close. Joshua says, literally, yep. Hey Dan, you been getting your reps in still? Zeradoc is my father. I think you're older than him. Runner Boy says, I'll probably stop mine in 30 minutes or so. Gotcha. Uh, Joshua says, guys, I spit the bottle out behind the camera. It's for entertainment purposes only. Gotcha. I I figured, but it's still curious. I can't believe that you were able to do that. Wow. Runner Boy says, my last arm wrestling long form video got over 2K views. Hey, man, when you are monetized, that is going to bring some nice residual income. Kat says, I am so disappointed, Joshua. That was so anticlimactic. It was a little bit. It was a little bit. The illusion has been shattered. I think we all wanted a story of uh, a bathroom experience of pooping out a water of a long stream plastic bottle. Carl says, "Hey, Runner Boy." Carl and Runner Boy are relatively, I guess, in the same. I was in the same neck of the woods, but Ireland's a pretty big country. Joshua says, Yogi, you should see what I have in store. I'm looking forward to it. Joshua says, sorry, Cat and Jack. I just thought it might have been difficult to pull back out. Joshua Zaffin says, imagine if I actually did swallow the bottle. Cat says, I actually really did enjoy that video, Joshua. I did too. Um, Always unexpected with Joshua. Always entertaining, always unexpected. Let me just say this with crinkly bottle sound effects. It did have crinkly bottle sound effects. Carol says on 126 now. Let me bring up Carl's channel. Are you guys subscribed to Carl? 126 subscribers. Want to make sure that I'm getting all notifications. It was a pretty long live stream, Carl. Almost just shy of a couple minutes, shy of 2 hours. I mentioned this before. I enjoy Carl's live streams. It is really like sitting with a friend and having a great conversation about whatever pops up. So Carl's at 126. If you guys aren't subscribed, if you could, make sure you catch one of his live streams. Carl's a really good guy. Let's see. Joshua says, "Can Jack quickly bottle sound effects for real?" And Yogi, when you have a big mouth and can scream, uh, this is, you tend to have a big mouth. I would imagine. Michael says, another good word to describe it would be random. Random's a good description. Definitely. creatively random, randomly inspired, or inspired randomness. I like that one. Joshua said they actually did really chew the bottle. I don't know what a green screen means, Carl. I had to end it because of the green screen. So what does that? What does that actually mean? What's it? What's it do? Nope, nothing wrong with being random. Actually, Mocha has called me perhaps the most random person that she knows. Um, I was going to mention this is why me personally, I love YouTube so much. Not, I've never watched any of the super huge, big mega channels. I've never, up until maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I never even heard the name Mr. Beast. People kept bringing him up in my live stream, asking me what I thought of this or that, and I was like, I don't think about it. Don't know anything about him. Um, but I hear actually he does good work with the money that he has. I think he wants to buy TikTok, right? Um, I love the individual channels, the people. I love the Joshuas. I love the Carls and the Runner Boys and the Cat and Jack. Um, everyone just doing their thing, whatever that might be. Michael's a storyteller. And Michael, let me ask you a question. When you started your channel, I know it wasn't to be a storyteller, but what, did you have any actual like plan, or was it just I'll do some videos? So maybe I'll do some videos. Speaking of random, for me it was very random. I had no intention, no thought, no idea of doing a YouTube channel. I was supporting people doing burpees. Um, I was I had made friends with some of the original burpee guys, and they were like, "You've been such a huge support. We know you do burpees." Um, some of them were friends on Facebook, and they were like, "Just do a video one time of you doing your burpees so we can support you." And I was like, "Sure." And I thought it was one and done. I did it, and then I sat down to the camera, and after my burpees, and talked about yoga. I think I talked about meditation. I talked about breath work, and everyone left comments and said, "Hey, can you keep talking about that stuff after you do burpees?" And I did. And then I realized how much I actually love doing that, more so than the burpees. I love sitting and talking about the things that I love talking about, and being able to go back and forth with people about it. I started talking about A Course in Miracles, yogic philosophy and psychology, Buddhism, shamanism. Um, then I started doing the nature shorts, and I realized, as we were talking about earlier, that I was going to need some sort of a income coming up soon, and I wondered, can I be a professional YouTube talker? Nothing fancy. I don't have uh, I don't have the amazing energetic talent that our friend Joshua has, um, and that's not a slight towards myself. It's being almost 60 and having a sense of who I am and what I can do, and also what I like to do. Here's what I like to do. I like talking to people. Um, and I like talking to people about the things that will help transform their life. Uncle says, just thought I may do some videos, but then I lost interest in sort of storytelling. But That's the thing. It was almost like you were guided into storytelling. That's your thing. You're good at it. You're excellent at it, and you love it. Joshua says you're very talented. Thank you, Joshua. Hey, Jamie. Jamie, how are you? So again, it's not like I'm really putting myself down, Joshua. It's just being like realistic with the things that I do. I think I'm a good meditation teacher. I'm a good breathwork coach. I'm a good yogi because I practice it. You know what I mean? I'm devoted to my yogic lifestyle, my yogic practice, uh, and being a student of A Course in Miracles. My um, I love the fact to be the best student means I have to care the most about other people. To be the best student of A Course in Miracles, I need to open my heart and love deeper and longer and more frequently. I love that about how do you be a good student of A Course in Miracles? Forgive. Michael says, I'm thinking about possibly doing some relaxing videos like ASMR, sleep relief videos like of nature or thunderstorms. Sure, you definitely should. How you doing, Jamie? Joshua says, you talk me up, but you put yourself down. You're amazing and you're very talented. You're very wise and smart. Hey, appreciate that, Joshua. Um, but yeah, not like I don't compare myself to other people. Not really. It might sound like it. When you visit Joshua, you are getting the most bang for the buck. You are um you're getting everything. Like I said, he will talk to you, he will give you advice, he will be your friend, he will keep you company, he will make you laugh. Um, he'll keep you entertained. That's a lot. That's a lot for one person to do. Um, speaking of which, I hope you I hope you have like downtime, recovery time. You give so much on your live stream that you do something restorative for yourself. Silent time in nature, um, things along those lines to help you restore. Because, like I said, you give so much to so many people. Cat says, "Be right back. Going to lock up the chickens." But yeah, so I don't mean it to as if I'm putting myself down, but you know, like with my burpee friends, you go there to watch burpees. You are inspired, you're motivated, you're um, fired up to get ready to do your own burpees afterwards. Um, for Joshua, he really the perfect title, amazing energetic Joshua. That's what you get. Uh, Michael, perfect title, mysteries untold until they are told by Michael. Um, and I think the topics that I talk about are good, but I'm realistic. Just some guy sitting in an office talking about weird stuff has limited audience potentiality. I'm okay with that. I still want to hit 10K though. So anyway, YouTube has given me a platform to do that, and that's pretty amazing. YouTube has given Joshua the platform to be Joshua and Jamie. I like the way Jamie actually combines his very creative workouts. Um, and he's also someone who sits and talks with a camera. It's a very engaging uh, conversations with people. He has some pretty serious topics too. Um, like I mentioned with Carl, very personable. It's like he's asking you to pull up a chair and sit with him and have a conversation. But everyone has that equal platform on YouTube. Just my take on the whole YouTube phenomenon. I don't even remember what year. Do you guys know? Let me look this up. What year did YouTube come out? I remember way back 2008, 2009. We'll Google this up. What year did YouTube come out? 2005. It was registered in 2005, launched December 15th, 2005. Do you guys know what the first video was? Me at the zoo. The original concept for YouTube was an online dating service, but the creators dropped the idea after finding it difficult to find videos of the halftime show incident. It was inspired by the Super Bowl, Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake. Interesting. So I think I actually started watching, like, looking stuff up, like 2008 or so. Mainly music stuff, music videos. Carl says, "Hey, Jamie." Hank says, "Hey, I'm here for you." Thank you, Hank, my friend. How are you? Hey, are you guys subscribed to my friend Hank's art? Speaking of YouTube, speaking of WeWork, speaking of wonderful channels, Hank is an incredible artist, and he will draw. Uh, he'll call it a cute cow, and in a 2-minute video, he'll very quickly. It's sped up. You see him draw a cow to some music, and or a turtle, or a unicorn, or whatever. Cat says, what, online dating? Yeah, that was the original thing. It was, for some reason, inspired by the Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson. Yeah, I can't imagine YouTube online dating. Jamie says, "How to curl." So the next thing for me is going to be on YouTube, some sort of long form video content. I'm not sure what. Maybe longer nature stuff. Not always easy. Nature doesn't always cooperate with my best intentions. It's not supposed to. Um, Maybe some breathwork videos. It's been suggested that I talk about and demonstrate some individual I'm back. Sorry, guys. Don't know why it does that. So yeah, I was talking about why I don't think I'll do. I might, but there are better. There are people more suitable to demonstrating yogic postures than me. Um, I've been doing yoga asanas for honestly most of my life. I taught myself yoga originally from a book I got when I was about 11 years old. Cat says, oh no. Yeah, I was buffering. I don't know why I was buffering. Um, but I do have 200-hour uh, yoga certification, but it wasn't really to learn the asanas, which I'd already known from doing classes forever. Um, and it wasn't even to learn how to teach it. It was because the yoga certification also covered aspects of philosophy and yogic lifestyle that was more my interest. So when I tell people, I teach yoga, they expect me to do um, something fancy. I don't do fancy stuff. What I'd like to do is teach from my basis of understanding uh, the original aspect of yoga, which is a pathway towards God consciousness. Yoga literally meaning connection. So yoga always starts with the ethical foundations, what's called the yamas and the niyamas. There's 5 of each. Yamas are ethical restraints. You restrain a negative aspect so the positive grows in proportion to that which you hold back. So it begins with ahimsa, which is nonviolence, non-harming. So you refrain from harm so that peace grows proportionally. Michael says, "Hey Yogi, got the first ASMR short uploaded. Nice, Michael. You bring your channel up, and I will give it a watch right after the live stream." Man, I like that. I like the thumbnail there. Where is that, Michael? Michael says, "Relaxing thunderstorms over the mountains." Awesome. I've thought about doing some type of ASMR. Toy Pups is pushing me in the direction of stringing my means I'd have to learn how to do some kind of editing, and I keep putting that off. I don't edit anything. If you ever read my writing, you're going to find all kinds of typos, which a lot of people find annoying. They're like, why are you posting this without looking at it and fixing these little easy things? And that's a good question. Um, I don't have a proper answer except for laziness. And when I'm done writing, I'm done writing. It doesn't belong to me anymore. Whenever anyone critiques my writing, my answer is always a shrug. It's not mine. I'm done. I was given it, inspired, a gift. I wrote it. I share it as a release. Now it belongs to whoever read it. If it belongs to you don't like it, not my problem. Kat says, what about transcendental meditation and having to see someone to get your special word? Uh, what do you mean, Kat? So I don't know if I mentioned for me, I am a certified teacher of primordial sound meditation, along with teaching the 7 spiritual laws of success from Deepak Chopra. Deepak Chopra was high up in the hierarchy of transcendental meditation through most of the 80s, part of the 90s. And he was leading up the Ayurvedic department. Ayurvedic is the sister science of yoga. But him and the Maharishi had some type of falling out. He left and went back to India, his home country, and studied with rishis, yogic masters, seers, sages, Ayurvedic masters, and Vedic astrologers. And he came back with his version of mantra meditation, of where they get the mantras from. And it is like a quarter of the price of Transcendental Meditation. I'm not comparing the two. They're very similar. Only where the mantras originate from are different. I do like doing the mudras. Kat says, I never see any typos on your writing. Kat says, but I always go into reading what you write with a sense of feeling. Thank you. That is, wow, you summed that up you summed up my intent so nicely. I like thinking of myself as an emotion-based writer, that I don't really try to use clever language. I try to get a sense of a lyrical sense as I write. Michael says, I thought that might be a good idea. I got it from my friend, the paranormal poet. He told me he thought that I was an excellent narrator. You are an excellent narrator. So I have put out a video teaching meditation, the framework of it, without giving out the mantra, using what's called a universal mantra. And that if people wanted the individual mantra, they could get in touch with me. You need to put that back out. Michael says, me too. I always understand what you're writing. Never see any errors. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Daddy Deepak. Yeah, met him several times. As a matter of fact, the first place Mocha and I ever went together before we got married, 2002, was New York City to see Deepak. We drove up there in my beat up little Toyota Tercel. Hey there, we took the long way home. How are you, my friend? We're gonna mod you up right away. No hesitation. Love your channel, my friend. Love what you're doing. Longway says, hey, Kat, good to see you again. You guys have such a great message on your channel that you're putting out there. Kat says, Katie, hey, Small Face, how are you? We got some love from Katie. Kat says, Yogi, have you met? We took long way home. This is Katie. She's pretty awesome. We've met on Bob's, but we haven't had a chance to really converse or hang out. Michael says, just sub to your channel. We took long way home. Small Face, great. Just ate. Awesome. What was for dinner, Small Face? Katie says, yeah, I found him on Anyfin's Live earlier, I believe. Yep. She says, oh, Kat, thank you. Likewise. I can vouch for that. Cat is most definitely awesome. So I wanted to give you the mod right away for one, because I know if you're hanging out, I know if you're friends with Cat, if you're hanging out with Bob, that you are good people. And I've spent some time on your channel today, and I really, really enjoy it. So anything that I can do to help you get your message out. Let's see. It's 0029. Don't know about dinner, but some rice and meat. Gotcha. Smallface says, "How you are?" I'm doing pretty good, Smallface. How about you? Michael says, Yogi, I woke up with a surprise this morning. I'm only 63 subs away from reaching 600. That's awesome. Let's see if we can get you there by the end of the weekend. See if we can get you there before Monday. Smallface says, that's great to hear, Eric. You get your reps in today, Smallface? Did you work out? Cat says, Katie, we did some box breathing first thing. It was really great. Thank you, Cat. I need to remember. Should do that right off the bat. Get a smile face and a thumbs up. Michael says, I'm thinking the ASMR stuff may help a bunch there. Yeah, I bet you it will. And it'll definitely help with your watch hours. You may want to do some long form video of it instead of a short. Um, like, what about 30 minutes? Let's see. Katie said, mysteries. I just gave you another sub and commented. Nice. 62 away, Michael. Katie says, very nice. Hate to have missed it. I try to do at least once a day. Sometimes it's twice. Sometimes if someone comes in the 5 a.m. Session and they're having difficulty sleeping, I might do some breath work with them. But at least once a day, um, we will try to do some kind of breath work with people. Smile face says, got to go. See you, my friend. Thanks for popping in. Much appreciated. Smile face is sending some love. Michael says, I'll try my best to make them longer. Just got to find non-copyrighted music to make for it. Yeah, I can understand that. I had thought about working out to some music, but I just never know. Um, when something might not uh might not sit well with the powers that be. I'm looking very quick on um YouTube to see who else might be live. Are you guys subscribe to Barry Barry? Unfortunately, I can't drop links because it comes right back to my channel because um I'm on my desktop. And our friend She Cooks and Roast is live. Very entertaining channel. Let's see. Katie says that can always be tricky finding music. Yeah, I'm always afraid that I think I'm safe, and then turns out I might not be. I've been using Pixabay. It's non-copyrighted, So I'm thinking of hiring somebody at Fiverr to design a shop for me, YouTube merchandise shop. Been told, you can do it yourself. Probably true. Did I mention before my inherent laziness? And people always like to point out, how can you call yourself lazy? Do three, sometimes four live streams a day? Do you walk and run 2 times a day? You do burpees every single day? Do you work out with kettlebells? You meditate? You're very disciplined? Yes, because I love doing all that stuff. The things that I don't really feel good at and I have little interest in, I become incredibly lazy right off the bat, and I stay lazy the entire time. So the truth is, I want a merchandise shop. I don't want to make a merchandise shop. Fiverr, you can hire people like $25, and they get paid. That's their passion. They love doing that. So it's a win-win situation, and I don't feel like I'm bogged down into, for me, what is the uncreative side of my YouTube channel. For someone else, that's the creativity. That's what they love doing. If you know what I mean? Katie says that would be. Oh, Michael says that would be awesome. When you get them made, I want some stickers for your channel. Of your channel for my collection. Absolutely, especially because you have done the Yogi Triple. You've been at 5 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5:25. Amanda says, "Sorry, everyone. Been busy trying to find a wallet. I still haven't found it. Well, I'm sorry. I hope you find it." Austin says, "Hi, Yogi." Hey, Austin. I'm just seeing if anyone else might be live. We're going to wrap things up in just a minute. It was a quiet live stream this evening, which isn't bad, guys. Doesn't always have to be. Doesn't have to be anything. Only has to be what it is. And I'm actually perfectly okay with that. Swappe says, got to go. Thanks again for hanging out. Oh, you went live with Stu? Nice. Brandon says, can I make Handsome Eric smile? You always make me smile. You make me smile just coming here. Kat says, I'm so glad we did the breathing earlier. Just relaxes rest of the time with you and me. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Remind me about that, Kat. And I think it that way if I get distracted, we've done it. We've done the important part. Kat says recreated this calm. Yes, we did. That's my favorite. And Toy Pups mentioned this too. Her favorite part of the breath work is when that last breath has been taken and we rest and we remember we created this space. Hey, Marie. Marie, how are you? Marie had a birthday 2 days ago. Michael says, I figured while I'm resting my voice, I can do some relaxing sleep side videos. May make them up to 3 minutes. Hey, make sure you put them in a playlist, Michael, so people can do the whole playlist. And that way your watch hours really start to add up. Michael says sorry for the late hellos. So we'll hang out for a couple more minutes, guys. Maria, I hope you're having a good night. I hope you had a good birthday, my friend. Got a bark, bark, and a gur. That is an excellent point. I have a counter argument. That counter argument might be meow, meow, meow. Not trying to cause a debate, just putting it out there. My cat just looked at me like I might have said something. I might have said something in cat that I shouldn't have said. So yeah, I really like doing that short little guided meditation right after we do our breath work. And it is really important we have that moment of silence after that last breath where we can enter, again, the word in Sanskrit is Sankalpa, Sankalap, Sankalpa. Totally spelled wrong, by the way. The only thing worse than my spelling of Sanskrit is my pronunciation of Sanskrit. But Sankalpa is easy to pronounce, so I got it right at least. Amanda says, Eric, do you ever get frustrated with going live sometimes and you just don't want to? No. I always like going live. It's always a surprise. I never know what's going to happen. I've had there's been some times here when some of the live streams might have been a little frustrating. We had some people going back and forth a few times. We've had some people who took the comment section as sort of a private conversation, which got other people upset, and they left, never came back. They sent me messages saying, "We like you, but your channel is full of drama." I don't know if I consider myself a people person. I'm actually uh, very solitary, monk-like. That was one of the. I do love people. You're right about that. Um, one of the reasons that led to my divorce was um, spending so much time meditating, being very solitary. Um, Not the only reason, but it was also those qualities that um, allowed me to have the relationship that I now have with Mocha. So very qualities that split us apart that also kept us together, if that makes sense. Amanda says, I'm the opposite. Not a people person. Don't like to talk to people. Um, but you're very good at it. I I always mention to people, when they have said your channel's got a lot of drama or it's had a lot of drama or whatever, it actually doesn't. But that doesn't mean that people who do have drama don't occasionally come here. But it's their drama. And if you witness drama and you participate in it, then you are part of that drama. Or you can be part of the peace. It is entirely up to you. Anything that we experience that is not peace, we can, as soon as we realize it, we can choose otherwise. Amanda says, YouTube, the only time I talk to anyone. Some days, the only conversations that I have, especially right now, because Mocha's in school, she's taken 6 classes in a final semester. That the only conversation that I have is here on YouTube and with my cats. Now, when Mocha's not in school, she's normally over every day, and we hang out and we walk, and I also have a conversation with our shared dog. Technically her dog, but she doesn't know that she belongs just to Mocha. She thinks she's my dog too. But yeah, I always have fun on live streams, and I sort of have a deal with myself that if it ever becomes not fun, if it ever becomes like I'm absolutely not helping anyone in any way, that I'm not presenting the things that I care about in a fashion that people are benefiting from it, that I would step aside. I'm seriously considering Walmart greeter. I'm of the age that I think I qualify for it now. Um, I don't want to get um, you know, I had my own business. I had a personal training business. And when my father got more more ill and needed more time, and then when COVID came around, um, my father was 90. He had congestive heart failure. Um, I didn't want to take a chance of getting him sick. Now, here's the thing. I didn't want to take a chance of getting him sick of anything, even bringing home the flu, bringing home a cold when you have congestive heart failure as it starts to progress more and more would have been devastating. So I trained people from my house or I went to their house, and I just couldn't do that. And before I had my own business, I was middle management in retail, always being threatened with promotion, which sounded horrible to me. People would say, you could be manager of the entire store. You could be work your way up. You're good at your job, you could work your way up to regional manager, assistant manager. Remember assistant manager having a party at his home and showing me his boat and his beautiful home. He lived by the water, not too far from the Chesapeake Bay. Um, and he's like, "You could have this." And I was like, "That sounds horrible. I don't want that. I'm glad he had it. I'm glad he wanted it. But for me," Kat says dogs don't understand divorces either, but but I think they're great. Divorces are great. Dogs are too. Maybe a divorce saved my relationship. I don't know. I think I know there's a lot of guilt for Mocha. Um, as we've talked quite frequently, Cat and Jack. For me, it was there. It was my forgiveness opportunity laid out. If I could forgive this, then I would take huge, giant strides on my own spiritual journey. If I could forgive the issues that had fallen between my mother and I as I was her caregiver, um, everything would just be progressively easier to forgive through my life. And it has been. So instead of looking at as, the last thing I wanted was to get divorced, especially how it happened. Mocha, 23 years and the 23 and a half years in the Air Force. But at the time, she was about 15 years in. She had asked for a divorce, and then they sent her to Iraq. And she asked if I would stay with my stepdaughter, which I did. So Mocha was in Iraq, and I knew she wanted a divorce when she got home. At the time, I was caregiving with my father for my mom. It's a very stressful time, but what a perfect opportunity to practice forgiveness. Amanda says, I've been watching other lives to see what attracts others. And I think with you and me doing a live, we need to do something fun, like some kind of game, something fun for the viewers. Interesting. I know, don't know if people see me as a um, fun guy, and I don't mean mushroom. Maybe people do see me as a mushroom. Jamie says, hi to Amazing Amanda. But PG-13, not like Skeeters. Kat says, that's tough, Yogi. You're a very strong human being. I don't know. Well, I tell you what, Kat, I don't know where I would have been without um, Course of Miracles. This was 2008. Coincidentally, or not so, after well over a decade, probably close to 15 years of studying the course and pushing it aside, studying a course and pushing it aside, it was that year that I knew I was ready to go through the entire workbook um, and to be completely devoted to it. That was my lifeline. So yeah, it was tough, but the strength I got was in the strength of forgiveness. Without forgiving everything, forgiving myself for feeling like I failed as a husband, forgiving myself for the mistakes that I made as I had a straight up talk with my stepdaughter that who I absolutely loved and I still absolutely love, and she's still my daughter. Um, we have a great relationship that I became her stepfather when she was 9. She was going into high school when Mocha went to Iraq. And I said, I've been a fun stepfather because I was allowed to be, because you had your mom calling the shots. But now it's me and you, and I got to be a little more strict, and I'm going to make mistakes. Man, what a patient and kind kid she was. What a patient and kind human being she is now. Um, she actually helped me as much as I helped her. Danny saying hi to everyone. Thanks, Danny. Marie says, sorry I fell asleep. That's okay, Marie. The true gift of forgiveness is getting through those times. Danny says, hey to Jamie. Give me a second, guys. This might be I say this all the time. One of my all-time favorite sections from A Course in Miracles. What could you want forgiveness cannot give? Do you want peace? Forgiveness offers it. Do you want happiness, a quiet mind, a certainty of purpose, and a sense of worth and beauty that transcends the world? Do you want care and safety and the warmth of shore protection always? Do you want a quietness that cannot be disturbed, a gentleness that can never be hurt, a deep, abiding comfort, and a rest so perfect it can never be upset? All this forgiveness offers you and more. It sparkles on your eyes as you awake and gives you joy with which to meet the day. It soothes your forehead while you sleep and rests upon your eyelids as you see no dreams of fear and evil, malice and attack. And when you wake again, it offers you another day of happiness and peace. All this forgiveness offers you and more. Why would you want anything else, guys? I chased enlightenment for decades. Amanda says people need to forgive themselves before they can actually forgive anyone. If you can't forgive yourself, how can you forgive others? When you forgive yourself, you're able to really truly forgive others. Nicely said. Here's my take on that, Amanda. I mention this all the time. The great sage Ramana Maharshi was asked by a follower, how should we treat others? And he replied with a smile, there are no others. So, self forgiveness is the forgiveness of others. Forgiving others is self forgiveness. True forgiveness, the quantum forgiveness that is not about bargaining. It doesn't say, I forgive you for doing this. It says, I forgive you because this never happened. It only happened within the illusion, the illusory isness, suchness of the world. That I love the quote, forgiveness is giving up all hope of a happier past. It's giving up all hope of a better past. Meaning, it puts you center into this moment. Any grievance, any resentment, any judgment that you have against another is a thought. Nothing more than a thought. If you let that thought go right now, there would be no grievance. There would be no judgment. In the absence of the thought, everything is already forgiven. So you can let a thought go instantly. That's quantum forgiveness. That's true forgiveness. The impossibility of the past being present right now. Another quote from the Course is that the one holy true thing that one can say about the past is that it's not here. If the past isn't here, how can you have a resentment? Unless you decide, I will entertain this thought of resenting someone or resenting something. My favorite mantra, let that shit go. Just let it go. So I'm going to read that again tomorrow, I think. I absolutely love that. Forgiveness offers everything I want. This is how I survived being a single stepfather for a year. How I survived a divorce. How I was able to maintain a truly, truly loving partnership with the person that I am divorced from. As how I survived being a caregiver for 8+ years of someone with dementia. How I survived being a caregiver for my father. Very easy for a long time because he was healthy. But then it was his final years with congestive heart failure. Forgiveness. And as our friend Amanda said, forgiving myself for being less than perfect. Cat says, Marie drinks some water. My throat is really sore. How about do you have some salt? If you had Himalayan salt, even better. Very, very, very warm water. Not boiled water, but warm water. Dissolve some salt and gargle. Very good for the throat. And if you have honey, I shouldn't recommend this as a vegan, but if you have some honey and some hot tea. But the gargling works very well. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap things up. I made my hour plus live streaming. I appreciate the guys. I appreciate you guys listening, hanging out with me. Been a relatively quiet night. Not as rambunctious as it was last night, but that's okay. Sometimes we need those quiet times, you know? I have mentioned before, it does not matter one bit how many people come into the live stream. Conversation is the conversation. It unfolds however it's going to unfold, and I'm perfectly happy however it does. Man, thank you. You're the best. I want a big smile before you leave. Here's the funny thing. I'm not a naturally smiley person. Um, I don't I don't really I don't often smile, believe it or not. But you definitely, Amanda, you bring out my smile. Thank you. Kat says vegan, so honey, that's it. I can't even consider it. Yeah, this is why I am a vegan, but I really sort of consider myself plant-based. If I needed honey for something, I would have honey. When I first became vegan, it's almost 16 years now. Um, Someone gave me wise advice and said, aim for the bullseye, meaning being a perfect vegan, but be happy when you hit the target. Meaning sometimes you're going to be an imperfect vegan. Um, and as Bob pointed out today, I am not a judgy vegan. Everyone eats the way they eat. I don't have, you know, who am I to say? Hey, Chris. Hey, guys, make sure you subscribe to Nature Dogs Realms and show up on game day. It's a lot of fun. Actually, every single live stream with Chris is a lot of fun. Cat says, I'm a weird cat. Chris, we're just getting ready to shut things down tonight for the night. I appreciate you coming in, though. So you never know what you're gonna get hanging out with Chris. You might go on a hike. You might hang out with the dogs. You might be doing scratch off games. You might be playing chess. You might be playing chess. I'm not going to be playing chess, but you might be playing chess. Or you might be doing a board game. It's or just in a great conversation. It's one of my go-to places. Amanda says, "Thank you, Eric. I have to go." Me too. Amanda says, "We will miss you." I hope you find your wallet, Amanda. Marie says, "Water doesn't do anything." Cat and Jack, I'm drinking my tea. Yeah, something warm really helps. Chris says, "Oh, that's so nice." Thank you for creating that space. You and Kelly and Tandra. Um, I just spent a lot of time with Sherry Vlog as well because she is so close. She has like 140 watch hours left. She's probably already there because the 5 days. Um, so yeah, a big thank you, Chris. All right, with that, I got to go though, guys. It is actually, yeah, I know it's only 7 o'clock, but it's my bedtime. My cat's reminding me. Um, I'm in bed early, but I'm up early too. I will be up at about 2:15 ish tomorrow. Chris says, "Thank you, Eric." You're welcome, my friend. Um, I love, we were talking a lot about YouTube on this live stream, And I love that YouTube provides a platform for people like Nature Dog Realms, that exists. Because you know what, guys? In what sometimes feels like a fractured world, in a place where we have huge political divide, we have a little sanctuary. Herman Melville called it Insula Tahiti within the storm-filled seas of life, an Insula Tahiti. Nature Dog Realm has a Insula Tahiti that you can go and visit. Chris says, and you, Eric, you bring me calmness. Well, thank you for that. That's the goal. And what I want is to help people cultivate that sense of calmness so it is with them wherever they go, that they have the tools to tap into that anywhere. So sometimes, I'm going to close with this. Mr. Rogers. Um, he was on David Letterman back in the 90s. And you guys, if you've ever watched David Letterman, he was a bit of a smartass. And some people were really afraid because he's very sarcastic. Some said he might have been a little mean spirited as well. So there was a lot of trepidation of Mr. Rogers being on um, David Letterman. David Letterman was in awe. He was talking to the kindest man in the world. And he asked them a great question. What do you tell the kids when bad things are happening? When, there is a disaster or there's a terrorist attack or there's, something horrible going on. Or even if, you know, something smaller that could make them feel bad. And Mr. Rogers took that question very seriously and he thought about it, got very quiet, and he said, he simply told them that sometimes bad things happen in the neighborhood. Sometimes bad things happen in the neighborhood. Sometimes bad things happen in a live stream. There's arguments, whatever. But it's still our neighborhood. And we still bring that Insula Tahiti, that sense of calmness and peace wherever we go. The very first principle of yoga, ahimsa, non-harm. And I live by those principles. Non-harm. Mr. Rogers was a great man. He was a great man. Absolutely. An inspiration for me, an inspiration for my live streams. To be that, to be that, to be kind. I was mentioned, I keep saying I'm going to close with this. I will close with this for sure. I was mentioned about for decades and decades and decades, literally, since I was a kid, chasing enlightenment. One meditation technique after another. If I learn this yoga posture, if I learn this breathing method, if I learn this meditation technique, if I study with this guru, read this book, go to this seminar, surely I will awaken and my life will be better. I will suffer less. None of it. I might feel better for a little bit, and I love the things that I've learned. I love the things that I teach, but my life changed when my spiritual practice became very, very simple. Be kind. That's it. Be kind. I practice kindness the entirety of my spiritual practice. Yes, I do yoga asanas. Yes, I do and teach breath work. I've meditated every day without missing a day for well over 30 years. But my spiritual practice is kindness. And I want my channel to reflect that. As mentioned before, can you have a successful YouTube channel practicing and teaching kindness? don't know, but we're going to find out, and we'll find out together. That's it. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you stopping in. Chris, thank you for coming in. And again, thank you for everything that you do and what you've created, because it really is a beautiful, beautiful place. I will see everyone tomorrow. Cat and Jack, thank you for hanging out with me all night. Namaste, my friends.